Hello and welcome to the Astroflower. We're going to be doing a general reading for the month of August, and at the end you will get a personal message for your sign. Okay, I have noticed a few things in the general reading really, looking at everybody's weekly signs. There's a particular cards that seem to be coming up, which seems to be the Seven of Wands and what was the other one? The Empress as well was coming up quite a lot. So it seems to be sort of a case of enjoying the moment. That's what it seemed to be for a lot of people, and listening to the messages that are around us. As you can see, I'm out here in the countryside. I'm on a ley line, an energy line that goes down towards the centre of town, and it's a thermal baths town. So people used to come here many years ago. I think the thermal baths closed down around about 50 years ago, but people have been coming here for centuries for these thermal springs that are along here. So it's a beautiful place, and I thought it'd be a good place to come and try and get messages for from the nature, from the general vibration of the planet Earth, as it were. It's obviously a interpretation of the universal vibration. So yeah, so this is what it's been a lot of. There's been a lot of that that whole idea of enjoying the moment, listening to the messages, and marrying both sides of life. That's what it seems to have been. Let's just see what comes out for us as a collective, and then we'll be pulling some cards for your particular sign. I've got two cards. They don't want to separate. They want to come out together. That's the overall energy there going through at the moment. Two of Pentacles and the Strength card. So staying to your path by the looks of things, staying true to yourself, concentrating on particular things. That's the interpretation of the cards. Rather than diverting between lots of different things, there's a little bit of a choice going on as well. Probably more to do with finances than anything else. But it's more of a case of just staying true to your own path of where you're going in life, and trying to marry those sort of two sides of life, the work and the social aspect of it all. This is your emotional sort of side, or our emotional side and our relationship side. This is the money side. This is the overall energy that's running through. This is the karmic paths. And this is the general outcome. So let's just go straight in then. What we're going to do is slightly different. We're going to pick the cards as we go. So let's just see what the message is coming in from the karmic path for our emotional and a collective emotional relationship side. Time to heal. Time to reconnect, I think, with everybody else. Time to appreciate your community, appreciate your neighbour. We've all been through a lot over the last year, and there you go, Two of Wands. So yeah, planning for the future in a way, and this is how we build a community wherever you are in the world, just by connecting with people that are around you, saying hello, that sort of thing. You know, when you cross eye contact, just that sort of thing I think is a really good thing. And planning and creating in this new future, and this could be part of this choice thing that we were talking about and the overall energies here, because this is the Two of Wands as well. So it's all about, you know, planning that journey to go on, and it seems that way of sort of, we have a choice at the moment, collectively. And individually obviously, but mainly collectively, about going forward and seeing how we can put it all together. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence that karmic path or that karmic message. What do you want? What do you want? That's there's so many things on offer here in regards to relationships and interactions with other people that are around us. And this could be your partner and your family and your friends. But the universe is sort of saying, what do you want? What's the, you know, wishing for a star, wishing on a star. So what do you want? What do you want? Wish big. you know, if you've got an ideal scenario for your relationships around them, live it. Let's just see how our collective guides and our ancestors are trying to sort of influence that karmic message going on there. Let's just see what's going on. No generation is perfect. No generation has got it right. Each generation tries to change things slightly, but no generation has got it right. And our ancestors here and our guides and are trying to sort of say this is a path that's created as once you put one foot in front of the other. Nothing's predestined. And yeah, in the past, our grandparents and great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents, they would have got things wrong. You know, we get things wrong. Everybody gets things wrong. And they're almost sort of saying it's okay. It's good to examine. It's good to explore and even to get things wrong. But this is a change of fortune at the moment within our relationships collectively, obviously. And I think this is all about that healing, that forgiveness, forgiving one another, forgetting past histories and just drawing a line over it and just kind of say, okay, we've learned now. That is the past. We can't keep going back and trying to realign the past. We can't, because otherwise we wouldn't have learned the lessons. So let's just get on, learn those lessons and move forward, yeah? Okay? Let's see how our collective, our guides and our ancestors are trying to influence that conversation that is within us. I think everybody understands that when we're calm and relaxed and enjoying life, we don't tend to say things that are painful to others. We don't tend to say things that put people in difficult situations, including oneself. And I think here is the guides and and the ancestors are really trying to sort of kind of go, chill, it's okay, don't worry about it. The past is the past, the future is the future. It's not a case of forgive and forget. It's more of a case of don't forget so we don't do it again. It's as simple as that. We can't change anything or pay anything from past sort of situations. Excuse me, far too many cards there. Although the Queen of Swords came out at the bottom, so it's it might be the clear thinking. Let's just see what comes out here for that. Yeah, walking away from past conflicts. I think this is what they're trying to encourage the conversation within us. So as you're talking to other people, talking to people around you, you may get that sensation of, I'd like to interject here and everything like that. And it's just avoiding conflict, basically, and moving on, but growing up. I'm not the centre of the universe. You are not the centre of the universe. We are the centre of the Earth's universe. This Earth, this beautiful planet that is around us, she knows what she's doing. I trust her completely. In even regards for us learning things about how to use the resources on this planet. It's trusting that, and I think walking away from conflict and things that may cause us problems. Let's go on to the financial sort of side. This is going to be interesting, I think, more than anything else. Let's see what the karmic message is here. We have to have a different relationship with money. Yeah, money is a good way of sort of exchanging things and putting things into categories and stuff like that, and arranging things. But we have to get past the idea of, making money off of other people's suffering and putting up with that, not putting up with that, rather, So I think the karmic message here is, give money real value. This is it, community. One of the things that was taken out of the laws of economy in the French university, the famous French university, was the fact that the economy has to be serve the greater good, and so that has no longer been the case. It's a bit like saying goodbye to the gold standards. You know, I think we need to get back to something that's a little bit more sort of concrete and stuff like that. And I think that's within us as a collective, as an economy, as a way of exchanging between people. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence this karmic Marv. The universe is sort of saying it's simpler than we think. We tend to complicate things with tax laws and stuff like that. Maybe there would just be one-off tax when you purchase something. Maybe that should be it. I don't know. You know what I mean? There's a new paradigm coming up, and I think this is it. And I've been talking about it on Cymatic TV, and maybe this is what we need to step into. So yeah, it's there you go, 10 of Pentacles. We have everything that is available within the economic world that we can then choose to have a different relationship with it, and it needs to be tied to real resources and real situations, I think, because it's all becoming a little bit too virtual. You know, being ways of payment, that's fine, that can be very virtual. I don't personally mind. I think it makes life a lot easier. But the actual finances itself, the money, the end of the line thing has to be tied to something. And I think we've lost that, really, that sense of real value. And maybe we need to just readjust that and reevaluate that within our own individual lives. Let's just see how the guides and the ancestors are trying to influence this. It is making sure that your neighbour is okay. I think this has got to do with the Three of Cups here. The community, the sharing, the making sure everybody's okay. And I think they're sort of saying, if we're, you know, in the past, the mistakes we've made with money and stuff like that is that we haven't ensured that everybody moves forward together. And I think that's you know, that's a valuable approach to finances. Justice, that's what it is. Yeah, making sure there's a bit of balance, and I think our ancestors realise this, and maybe we should be sort of like putting ourselves into the collective and really starting to decide that we can do what we want on this planet. We can literally do what we want. It's us who decides, but you have to be consistent about it in how we purchase things, how we actually manufacture things and stuff like that. Let's just see how the guys are trying to influence the conversation that is within us. As I said, drawing a line above things, not trying to go back and correct history, I think is a really bad thing. Simply because we risk to forget how wrong humans can get it, you know. And if we do adjust the past, we may forget, you know, the harder side of the human being, so we can actually concentrate on the softer and the more joyous side of the being. Of the human being. So there needs to be some sort of that line needs to be drawn, and a new rules basically, and I think they should be very simple, like nature. Nature has very simple rules, and this is the whole thing about getting the message from nature. You know, nature does not complicate things. There is a lot of emotions in nature, but at the end of the day, nature, you know, bypasses that as well. So when a lion, say, eats a young deer or a young, springbok or whatever, wildebeest or whatever, it's not emotionally attached to it. and nor is the wildebeest, nor is nature. It's part and parcel of it. And a certain acceptance from our side, I think, is probably a good idea to actually put our egos back into place. Ego is not a bad thing, but certainly is once it starts getting out of control and trying to rule everything. Let's just see what the overall energy is going out for this general reading, the outcome for all of this. The Magician. We can manifest what we like, people. You know, it's just a case of doing it. It's a case of saying no to certain things and yes to other things. And you may not necessarily agree with your neighbour, what they say yes and no to. But I think if if we lead with the idea that if it's good for me, it's got to be good for everybody else. If we lead for that idea there, then surely we're going to come up with something that's, that works for everybody. I really do. And I think this is a real changing time, this July and August. It's been very, very poignant this July. And I think August is going to be a bit of a cream, the cherry on the cake, as it were. It's going to be really nice. And it's going to make, there's going to be a lot of realizations within everybody. So there you go, that's the general reading. Now let's just see how your sign individually goes in. So Libra, let's just see what's going on for you in August. We're going to be pulling 4 cards. We've got, we're going to be pulling 1 for the relationship side, 1 for the financial side, for the money side of life, 1 for the overall energy that's going through, and 1 for the general outcome. You're fully into your autumn now, so you should be really, according to the Astroflower, you should be, and this is all to do with the rhythms within the Astroflower, you should be thinking about what you want to be doing physically next year. So in regards to your job, setting that up, in regards to where you live, in regards to what you physically do in life. That's what it all seems to be. So there's a lot of reflection going on here. And staying true and streamlining things, I think, is going to be really important for you. I think that justice side on the financial sort of side, and I think it's a case of that you should realise that you deserve a lot more, or you deserve in accordance to what you put into life. On your relationship side, this is more of a case of enjoying it. Just relax, sit back, let it flow and enjoy for you in this month here. It's summertime in the northern hemisphere, so you should be really enjoying it. Winter time, you can be really snug up and keeping warm with your partner or your family and friends. Let's just see what's going on there. Let's just see what the overall message is here. Don't worry, be happy. So I think this is on all types of relationships. It's just enjoy the invitations, being invited to barbecues and stuff like that, and socializing, and don't worry about it. If you're there, you're there. If you're not there, you're not there. It's just enjoying life, I think, which is really, really important for you. Patience, timing, it's when to go and when to stop. In the relationship side, that's it. You can pick and choose here, and that's what that Strength card and that Two of Pentacles is all about. And wishing big, I think this is also a good way of streamlining how you want life to be in the future. Being patient, taking time, observing, enjoying that moment of the community, of the people that are around you. So I think that's really important for you to take time out and enjoy the relationships that are around you. Let's just see what's going on the business side. This is a little bit more buzzy. There's obviously a lot more readjustments that are going on. This could be in accordance to your job, so it may be a case of reevaluating what you're doing in the business you're in. It might be looking for a new job. But whatever it is, it's giving value to who you are and what you do, basically, and recognizing that and staying true to that, having that strength and that Two of Pentacle cards to play into it. That whole justice thing about drawing a line and sort of making sure it works for everybody, I think it will be very good for you. I think you'll come out and you'll shine amongst other people, simply because the way you are in that balance and that in the way you are looking for that sort of harmony or that equilibrium between everything. So yeah, it seems like that sort of thing. And just don't forget your value, which seems to be the main part of the message here. You have real true value here. Manifestation. This is you, Libra. You're very good at manifesting things. And it tends to come out through verbally, so when you say something, it tends to happen. So I would be, very attentive to that sort of thing, and feeling the messages that are around you in order to help direct you in regards to how you do business, how you do money, how you do life, how you interact with other people, how it's sort of just and fair. So for the work that you do, you get a fair return on it. But it is also a case of standing up and sort of saying, I don't want to invest in that business. I'm not going to buy from that business because they don't invest in their workers, or they don't invest in the people or the environment, and stuff like that. It's, buying the cheapest version is not necessarily the best thing. So, and buying the most expensive version is not necessarily the best thing either. But being just, I think, is really good. So the overall energy here is build and build and build. It's creating a new you, basically. 9 of Cups. Loads of gifts coming in your way. If you take this attitude, these attitudes here, and you combine them together, not only are you going to get a lot of connections where things really work for you, and that's what the gifts are, but also at the same time, I think you're going to be providing those gifts for other people that are around you, and manifesting that harmony within your business side, and being just joyous of the moment in your relationship side will just bring all these gifts to the surface. Let's just see what the outcome is here. Grow like a tree, like an oak. Like an oak will grow, actually grows from the inside. So each year you get a new layer that comes up and then pushes the other layers out, and it gradually gets, so it's growing from within you. This is what it's all about. It comes from you. And I think this is what this autumn period is about as well. It helps you to sort of helps you to manifest the way in which you want life. And you've got the Ace of Swords that goes with that, which is, I wouldn't call it a Libra card in particular. I would call it more of a sort of an Aquarian card. But it's definitely got that quick thinking and victories that you're looking for. And I think you're going to find that in this coming month, in August. You're going to find things coming to the surface, that 9 of Cups coming to the surface. And you're going to perceive them as being victories and well done and well worked and, progressive. You're going to find it really nice and progressive anyway, for this coming month. So there you go, Libra. If you want to support this channel, the easiest way to support this channel is very simple. You just need to subscribe and click that bell. Apparently clicking that bell is really important for the algorithm. I don't really fully understand it, but apparently that's what it's all about. Also, sharing this video, liking it, commenting on this video is another way in which you can show your support for this channel. It's been very much appreciated. Yeah, I will be doing a lot more videos on Cymatic TV, so keep an eye out for that as well. If you haven't been over there, go over there. We do a lot more stuff on energy, which the Astroflower comes out of 30 years of doing energy work, regardless of, this is on people with healing, seeing more than 20,000 people, but also, doing energy work on houses and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's a whole concept. There's loads of links in the description below. There's lots of things to discover about the Astroflower. It's not just about tarot cards. That's just one aspect of it all. In the meantime, Libra, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.